third installment, the Grand Theft Auto series finally makes the move into 3D. But be warned, this is definitely not a game for the easily offended or faint of heart. While this footage is from the PlayStation 2 version of the game, rest assured that the PC version looks near identical. The action is set in a gorgeous 3D cityscape, then you arrive, causing all manner of carnage as you tackle less than legal errands for your evil crime bosses.
Wait here, man, while I go in and talk to Luigi.
There are 45 different vehicles to play with, and they can all be smashed to pieces as you thrash them about the city without a care for the highway code. You can also cause chaos on foot, with a variety of exciting weapons giving you the power to put the fear of God into everyone you meet. Grand Theft Auto 3 won't endear itself to Daily Mail readers, but for lovers of lawless mayhem, there's nothing else quite like it. Welcome to the 28th century and the world of Neocron. Created by Reactor Media, this is the latest addition to the slew of massively multiplayer online RPGs coming your way. The game offers 4 careers to choose from: Tank, Psymonk, Spy or Private Investigator, and you can then personalise your character by altering its skills and physical appearance. Once you've defined your virtual alter ego, you're given an apartment in the city of Neocron and the freedom to pursue whatever interests you. A life of bounty hunting, spying and hacking is possible, but it's not all work, work, work. The city also boasts plentiful restaurants, clubs and bars spread through its 70 distinct and feature-packed zones, so you have plenty of places to chill. Neocron sounds like absorbing stuff, but be sure to check out what's happening back in the real world from time to time. After a long wait, Civilization 3 is finally here, and fans will be relieved to hear that the basics remain the same, with you charged with leading your chosen nation from the primitive Stone Age to the glorious Space Age. There are 21 civilizations to choose from, and each has a special unit of its own, such as the American F-15 fighter plane. Every civilization also has 2 special abilities, like extra gold resources, no anarchy state or easy experience gain for units, which means that each benefits from a different playing style. New features include a greatly enhanced diplomacy system, which allows you to haggle with your neighbours over everything, and a culture rating which is increased by building wonders and certain civic buildings. As this rating increases, so does your city radius, and should it engulf nearby cities, it instantly converts them to your cause. Civilization 3 is a great addition to a classic series, but there are a few disappointments, the biggest of which is that the much-hyped multiplayer options have failed to materialise. We're assured that they'll appear in an add-on pack early next year, but since they were originally touted as one of Civilization 3's biggest selling points, it's annoying that they're missing. As you'd expect from Red Storm, the makers of Rainbow Six and Rogue Spear, Ghost Recon puts you in charge of a crack squad of 6 soldiers. There are 15 missions to tackle, ranging from simply shooting bad guys to escorting tanks, holding positions and even storming Red Square. You have complete control over your team, either by giving each member orders or by directly guiding their actions. Complete a mission successfully and your men receive experience, plus you might earn yourself a specialist to help you later on. In addition, there's an impressive and extensive array of multiplayer options, ranging from every man for himself firefights right up to huge cooperative team battles. And if you need a few extra players, you can always fill out the teams with the impressive computer-controlled troops.
I'm hit!
If Ghost Recon has any drawback, it's that the system requirements are pretty high. However, provided you have a red-hot PC, then this is definitely one 3D shooter you have to own. Based on the American version of the classic board game, but with a much higher level of complexity, Monopoly Tycoon challenges you to buy up property and then establish and fine-tune a wide variety of businesses. If you acquire 3 matching properties, you can start building hotels and taking over rival businesses, with the ultimate aim simply to make as much money as possible. Monopoly Tycoon's main problem is that there's no real variation in the gameplay. Once you've devised a working strategy, you can stick with it forever. But provided you can overlook this lack of ongoing challenge, this is a nice, straightforward strategy game that's perfect for those who find the likes of Civilization 3 too daunting. Rally Trophy puts you behind the wheel of 22 unlikely-looking rally cars. But don't be put off by the vehicle's lack of glitz and glamour, as each handles with its own unique personality and all are great fun to drive. Unfortunately, the tracks on offer aren't that inspiring, although initially you won't notice as you'll be too focused on simply staying on the road. Keep at it though, as finally achieving a clean race is very satisfying. There's no doubt that there are better rallying games around, but give Rally Trophy time and ultimately it proves very rewarding. And if nothing else, it's worth a look just for the cars.
This is Bruce Shelley. One of the more exciting parts of our previous games was taking part in battles involving large numbers of soldiers. Although we have moved to a 3D universe, our engine does not force the player to fight with only a handful of units. We believe big, epic battles are an important part of the play experience. Age of Mythology also includes the same historical detail that our fans have come to recognize. You can command Greek hoplites, Egyptian chariots, or Norse ulfsarks in battle, along with siege weapons and warships.
Raziel.
Show yourself, King.
Here, Raziel. One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
Welcome, time-span soul.
I should kill you where you stand.
Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril.
I intend to discover the truth behind all of this.
We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it. Seek Kain out and destroy him. The one who betrayed and destroyed you?
Kain indeed deserves to die.
The Reaver is the key.
What's happening? This is madness! What have you done to me? My God.
Right now we have 5 people working on the team, and they all have a specific role. We have a guy that works on the mocap, and we have a guy that models all of the head geometry for the characters. We have a guy, which is me, that models the bodies for the characters. We have a guy that textures the characters and makes them look pretty and nice and gritty or whatever. And we also have a guy that generates level of detail models for the characters. After you get a solid design, you model the character in 3D, and that's the key part of the process, the modeling, because without the modeling, the characters, no matter how good the textures turn out, the character might not look as real as we like it to be. So modeling is very key. So we model the character and we skin the character so that he can animate, and then we generate LODs, level detail models, and then we export the character and put him into the game engine and see how he works out. And then it's a lot of tweaking involved. Sometimes it never works perfectly first time, so we'll go back and retweak the geometry or textures or whatever, and then export the character again and put him back into the game. The Ghost Recon characters are very different from the characters in Rogue Spear, because obviously polygon count, we have a higher polygon budget on the Ghost Recon characters, but beyond that, the Ghost Recon characters have a lot more bulk than Rogue Spear characters, because Rogue Spear characters had to be sneaky and quiet and stealth, take a stealth approach, and they couldn't carry as much gear. And Ghost Recon characters, they have to carry a lot of gear, so they look, you can immediately see the difference because they look bulky and they have a lot of packs and all kind of gear on them. So they look a lot heavier, and they have to because it's a different type of game. They're not so much concerned about the close quarter combat or the stealth. They just get in and try to get out.
Okay.
Well, the whole key to this type of game is realism and trying to be authentic. And we felt that the best way to capture the realism was to capture a real person. And we've done that throughout all the Rainbow projects, and including this Ghost Recon project. And we felt that why break a good thing when it works? So yeah, that was a challenge because we tried a couple of different things. Like for the death motions while a guy was running, we had a guy that would stand on one end of the mat in the motion capture studio, and he would run, basically, doing his movement, and he would run, and we'd have a guy stand at the end of the mat waiting for him, and when he came off the mat, he'd push him so that he could fall over and try to simulate the hit. So that worked out pretty good. So that's how we captured the motions for guys running and getting hit. And for the bullet hits, when a guy takes a bullet, we tried to like nudge the guy with like a pole or something, or stick, and try to simulate it like that. But that didn't turn out too good because the motions ended up being kind of slow, and we need the motion to snap, because when you get hit with a bullet, it's like phew, you get hit hard. So we ended up having the guy that was performing just simulating getting hit when we told him where to get hit at. So if he was getting hit in the head, he'd get in this position, and then his head would snap to the side or whatever. And we tried to think about all the possible ways the guy could get hit and try to capture all those. And we basically just generalized. So if a guy's getting hit in the head, we have a shot where he gets hit in the head, in the front, the back, or left, or the side, or wherever.